Hello YouTubers and gamers, and I'm back, and it's another pickup video, and today as always it's a nice mix of different systems, both old and new. But before we get started, let's do the name of the game. Today I've got a game that says Plastic Shape Harmony. Now you need to, as always, think of opposite words. Think of opposite word to plastic, opposite word, well, an opposite animal to shape I suppose, and harmony. I'll think of the opposite word to harmony, then you'll get the name of the game. I will be showing the game later on, so that's another massive big clue. So it's Plastic Shape Harmony. Think of what that game could be. It's quite an uncommon game. But okay, two pickups. I've got various known games. I've got a few accessories. So I've got this PowerA proper license. I don't know, professional switch controller dock that lights up when you plug into it. It's not bad. It was reduced to £10 in Smiths, so normally it's about 30, so that's not a bad price. I also have the 8BitDo M30 Bluetooth controller. This has been talked so much on the internet. It really is good. The reason I got this one is I've also got the PlayStation Classic Bluetooth dongle, not to use on the PlayStation Classic, although I could, but to use on my Retro Freak. And the Retro Freak and this, once you've mapped the buttons out to all the various consoles, works really well. It's a really nice controller for the Retro Freak. Other accessories, my brother gave me this. He's got it as a freebie. It's Call of Duty 4, just headphone jack adapter. That's what it is, a little freebie, nothing that special. Limited one, I've got a couple of cases. I thought I'd get these while I still can. One is a red limited one Switch case, quite nice. And also, it's pink. They sold out of blue, but it doesn't really matter. But pink PlayStation Vita limited one case. Just a few little goodies there. On the original PlayStation, one game. It's a bit of a. I don't think it's a light. No, it's not a light gun game. I'm pretty sure it's not, but it's just a bit of a shooter. Maximum Force, but not a shooter as top-down spaceship shooter. More like a Call of Duty type game, but not that obviously not that sophisticated. I think that's wasn't a lot. I think that's about a $5 off eBay. A couple of 3DS games, new and sealed Persona Q2, got that for retail. Still need to get the Persona Q first one, but it's just quite pricey these days. That's why I thought I'd pick that up at retail before the price goes up. Another game which I got for about 30 quid from CX, not totally cheap, that's cheaper than it's going rate, is Professional Layton vs Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So quite a good crossover for Capcom. Oh yeah, so my daughter's playing Fortnite, and there's a few Stranger Things characters like Chief Hopper, which is quite a cool one, and the Demogorgon. That's quite a cool one as well, isn't it? Sorry, I digress a little bit. So yeah, that sound in the background is Fortnite. I know, sacrilege, I know, but it's quite a good game for what it is, really. Keeps my daughter happy for a long while. And that Demogorgon skin is quite cool actually, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Also we've got a couple of Wii games, nothing special. This was only about £1.50 of CX, but it looked interesting because it's a Hudson game. It's Oops 100 Party Games. Yeah, but it's Hudson. That's the reason why I call it. And this game is an import from the States. There is another Bigfoot game. This one's Bigfoot Kingdom Crush. There is another Bigfoot game, but the graphics are terrible and the gameplay is really basic and mediocre. Where this one, the graphics are quite decent and it's a much better game. So it's worth importing the Kingdom Crush version if you want a Bigfoot, big monster vehicle type game. This is the one to get, even if you've got to import it. Might as well do the PS2 games. No, hugely fantastic. By Davalex, Red Baron. I hear reviews of this aren't very good, but it's only £1.50 from CEX. Ford Racing free. Yeah, again it's about £1. Downtown Run, I think this is about £2. Ubisoft game, I thought I'd give it a try for that money. I already had this game, but I didn't have it with this special slips case. It's Need for Speed Most Wanted. This is one of my favourite Need for Speed games. And it comes up with this cardboard slipcase for PS2. So again, it was about £4, so I thought I basically got it for the slipcase. I had to pick up all the iToy games as I see them, and it says Play Astro Zoo. This one I didn't have. Again, it wasn't a lot of money, it was about £2 or £3. Again, for about £2 or £3. World Destruction League Thunder Tanks. Looked okay, it's a 3DO game. And again, for about £2 or £3, this one I didn't have. Kengo Master Bushido. Again, I'm not too sure it's any good, but it comes in a red case, which is unusual for PlayStation games. Okay, let's turn to Nintendo Switch. I've got this reduced to, I think it was about £16 of Smith's. The Walking Dead final season. This is the season pass card. You get one episode plus you got to download the final 3. Whereas on other versions, like a PS4 version, you get the first 3 episodes and you download the last one or something. So it really shows that on the Switch you do get less for your money in many respects because of the limitation size of the memory card. So yeah, I know Switch is nice about its portable and everything else, but it's not perfect by far. And why they don't put the whole games on 2 cartridges instead, I think it's just cutting corners, and I think it's sad, really. It's sad for the future of these games because they'll be unplayable if the servers go down. There's no way of getting these games in other ways, although they'll be preserved somewhere on the internet, no doubt. Okay, another one is this one is really good. Vaporeon Steampunk Dungeon Crawler. I've got this for retail. It was a lot of money actually. I think it's about 25 of Amazon. I'm a big fan of Bioshock, so this is what it reminded me of. But I guess it's a sort of a steampunk, maybe a bit of horror in it. And I've got finally the Psycho Collection Volume 3 shooting collection. Yeah, this has got you know, Strikers 1945 3 and Zero Gunner 2 and I think a couple other games. I think Sengoku Blade, I think. Yeah. So complete the Psycho trilogy at long last. There's also another publisher with released the same games, but in larger sets. So instead of having 4 games on each set, there's that 6. But even if you go for all those games, it's exactly the same games as this. It's just a repackaging by a different publisher, really. But I think these original ones, or first ones to publish them on the Switch, are probably ones that will be more desirable. And there was a limited edition cases where you can get for this, but it worked out if I imported it from PlayAsia, it'll cost me about another £100 in shipping duties and tax and everything. So I thought, no, I'm not going to bother. So I just got the standalone games. So yeah, at least have those. On the Dreamcast, okay. Stan Rush games. I bought this one. It's published by Jam Prod Productions. ARM 7 Dreamcast game, all new, sealed in the blue case. Really nice. It's like a space shooter, but it's really nice to get a new Dreamcast game. And the only trouble is you don't want to open them, really. But anyway, I probably will open it. Also, for about 10, I think, Crazy Taxi. Didn't have that. But I better say money too. Crazy Taxi 2. 2 classic Dreamcast games. I've got a few Dreamcast reproductions. I say reproductions. These are from the same guy who did all those Saturn games for me. I'll deal with those later. These are games that are either extremely expensive or you can't really get them on the system. So one's the expensive one, which you can get from Japan, I believe. It would be Ikaruga on a Dreamcast. So this is just, you know, I've actually put a sticker that says reproduction, repo on the back, so you know, I'm not one of these people that'll pass off reproductions as real games. First it comes in a nice case, a nice glossy blue case. But it also comes with a nice glossy disc as well. There's some artwork on a disc. So yeah, I'm quite happy to have that. And again, these were like just under £5 each, so I'm not going to complain for that. I do have a Kirill on GameCube anyway, but that's besides the point. Okay, other ones that these are like fan-made games, which I don't think you can get on any Alpha system other than the old PC. Is Secret Monkey Island 1 and 2. Also, I've got these games. What's the second one? I'm sure there's another one somewhere. I'm not sure what I've done with it, it's weird. Unless I got mixed up somewhere else. Yeah, it's here. Simon the Sorcerer. This is a nice point and click game. Voiced by Chris Berry at Red Dwarf. Really funny point and click games. And Simon the Sorcerer 2. Yeah, so to get those for a Dreamcast is great because I don't think there's no other way of playing those on consoles really. And also a sort of third person perspective type shooter, Geist Force. So yeah, I'm happy to have that. And for Nintendo 64, might as well on here, a Japanese import, Sonic Wings Assault. This was about £26 including shipping from Japan. It's not supposed to be a fantastic game, but it is part of the Sonic Wings collection, so that's why I got it, and you can only get it from Japan. So yeah, it's all box and complete, quite nice set. Just do the PS4 games while we're here. I can't remember how much I paid for this, but it was cheap. And we get a 2K Playgrounds 2. The limited run game, the King of Fighters 97 Rebel Match. Got that for retail for limited run. Had to get it, SNK game. Strange Brigade, I got that reduced from Argos, that was quite cheap, about 15 quid I believe. That looks a really interesting game. I got this for a steal on an auction on eBay. It's limited runs Dragon Lair Trilogy, which has got Dragon Lair 1 and 2 and Space Ace. I got these for 30 quid including shipping, which is really a massive good price compared to what it used to go for. Again, this was about 15 quid from Smith's with Walking Dead season, the final season. I said this one has got the first 3 episodes and you just got to download the last one. Okay, I just always got to have a portable version of Walking Dead as well as the main one, so that's why I can't go. I always have to have a PlayStation version. That's me. Okay, a import. This is the Chinese version. Well, I say Chinese. It's the English language version, but made by China, of Patapon for PlayStation 4. This was a PSP game originally, but this one does play in English, which is good. I got this for a good price. It's about 14 quid including shipping. I did get another one beforehand for about £12, but unfortunately, and that was all Chinese and no English at all, so I made a mistake on that auction, on that order really, so I ordered it again, but this time I made sure it did have English, so yeah, got right on this time. And the VR game, this is another limited one, and I had to get all the VR games eventually. Prison Boss VR, I'm not too sure about that game. This was reduced to about 16 quid from Tesco's. Spyro the Dragon Reignited Trilogy. Shame they're not all on the disc. This is a really cool fighting game exclusive to Japan. My sister-in-law actually, who works a lot in Japan and Thailand and China, I asked her to look for this, and she managed to get it reasonably quite cheap for about £26. So it's it's cheaper than importing it, definitely. And this is a Chinese and English version of Fighting X Lair. So it's got a lot of the SNK Final Fight type characters. Dirt Bogard. It's not Dirt Bogard, is it? It's Something Bogard. I can't remember his first name. Oh, it's kicking me now. But you know who I mean. The main Final Fight guy. Yeah. Okay. For 20 quid, I got Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Steelbox Edition. It's all complete. It's got all the gubbins. There's no campaign mode on this, and this is a real shame because I'm not really into online multiplayer. So I did have a look at this and see if there's anything I could possibly play on it. I don't think there really is for single players like me. Yeah, so again, it's just for a collection. I've got all the Call of Duty games. It's a shame that. I hope they change direction with the next one. Okay, another limited one game. ToeJam and Earl Back in the Groove. Got that for retail. Obviously, I've got all the original ToeJam and Earl games, the first two on the Mega Drive or Genesis, plus the one that came out on the Xbox. So that's cool. And I pre-ordered this and it finally came in the limited edition packaging. It's a PS4 release of Grim Fandango Remastered. This is done by the same guy, was it something Schaefer? I can't remember his first name. He did Psychonauts. Yeah, so that's really nice to have for a collection. Okay, last but not least, let's turn to Xbox 360. So there's a few games I wanted to get on the 360. Snoopy's Grand Adventure. I think that's about £6 or £7 in shipping off eBay. This was mostly put on more modern consoles like PS4 and Xbox One, which I got that one. But to get it on the 360 is cool, so I'll get that. These other games were about cheap, they were £4 each. Family Game Night and Family Game Night Volume 3. This is literally £1.50, so it's not a common game, so I thought I'd only put it for that reason. Blade X, I do have this on the PS3. And this game, I got it because it was such a good condition. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure I haven't shown this on previous pickup. It is Grand Theft Auto Special Edition. It's all, you know, it's like mint, it's like new, it's about £8. So again, even though I got that on the PS4 and PS3, I thought get it for the Xbox. And finally, for the original Xbox, I've got this game. It's an import from Japan. I got this a couple of months ago actually, but not had a chance to show it. Normally this goes for a lot of money. I mean a lot of money, but I was watching Amazon and they had a sale on it, and he was selling it for a bargain price really from Japan, including shipping. It was £75. Which sounds like a lot of money for the game, but this particular one can easily go for double that. And I put a little sticker on the side just so I can recognise the name of it from the side, but it is Metal Wolf Chaos. So yeah, if you've not heard of this game, which you probably, well, you may have heard of it because it's such a quite a funny, tongue-in-cheek mech type shooting game, but it was only released in Japan for some reason. It's bizarre, it never got released over in the States or in Europe. There's talk of a PS4 sort of HD version of this coming out, which obviously I will get, but to get the original on Xbox, it's really cool. I did do a burnt copy of this as well, so I have already got this game actually on my modded Xbox 360 to play. But to have the original game all complete with a manual and everything, it's really nice, and especially for that price, because it's definitely one of the most expensive, rarer original Xbox games. So if you collect for the original Xbox, do look out for this game, guys. You know, do try to import it for your collection, because I've got a feeling, I could be wrong, this could go a bit like Panzer Dragoon Saga, you know, the trilogy. Because you know that was expensive and now it's just super expensive, so that could happen to this, but who can tell, who knows, maybe when a PS4 version will come down, this will become even cheaper. But if it does, just get it while you can before it goes up again, because I'm sure it will. Okay guys, that's it, that's all my pickups for the past month or so. Yeah, it is what it is, and hopefully you enjoyed some of those. As always, please have a go at playing the game. You may have guessed what it is. Game master clues there. Also leave any comments you like in the description below, and at some point very soon I've got a couple of nice little special videos to show you. I'm going to show you a video just on my Saturn setup and my collection, and also I'll be showing you a video of my game room, which I've had a big sort out. It's actually functional now. I need to get a couple more furniture pieces in the game room, so once I've got that and sorted that out and the game's all all finishing touches is done to a game room, I will do a game room tour video of that as well. So yeah, you may have noticed in the background in the lounge I've done a little move around. There's this, these shelves of alien artifacts and stuff like that. Well, alien movie artifacts, not alien. I'm not daft, but you know what I mean, alien movie stuff. And the sci-fi bit's got hid behind here. That used to be in the game room, hidden up by blocked off and everything else. So I managed to get access to it and moved it into the lounge really. So I've done a little move around there to make it a bit better. But I will do, I do a proper game room tour of the game room and other bit of parts of the house where I got my game related goodies. I'll do a video on that in the not so distant future. So anyway, guys, as always, take care and enjoy this lovely weather in the UK. I'm sure it's hot wherever you are. Take care.